Sup, Ryu here for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council with some Yu-Gi-Oh! News, basically tons of stuff from Vengeance, that's what the TCG name is, and just real quick before we get into this, um, if you don't have YGO Pro, you're pretty much out of luck unless someone puts up the client for you on a separate download. So there are people, if you ask around, wink, that will give it to you. So there's that. It still works. You just had to have it previously or know someone who has it, who's willing to copy it and send it to you. It's really not, that much of a big deal. So just throwing it out there. But here we go. The new Ying Zing Synchro, its defense got confirmed. So we'll see if it hits YGO Pro today, because the effect was right. And it's 2800 defense. That's pretty dope. Here's a picture of Dimension Barrier, which I believe this is the card we talked about on Tech Tuesday. It's secret rare, it looks good. Here's some Guardians that we got to talk about. So there's a bunch here. We'll start with this guy here, Hagi ni Ishinoi. Cannot be normal summoner set, must be special summoned by tribute one Guardian monster, except Guardian, this one. If this card is special summoned, draw one card and reveal it, and if it's a Guardian monster, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls, otherwise send it to the graveyard. The joke is the deck cheats a lot, and look, they got Bambi. And a little Battle Warrior or some shit, Beaver Warrior. And we have Guardian Moji ni Shika. Cannot be normal summoner set. Dark Warrior, special summon effect, level 10. Must be special summoned by tributing one Guardian monster, except this one. If this card is special summoned, draw one card and reveal it. If it's a Guardian monster, you destroy one spell or trap your opponent controls, otherwise send it to the graveyard. That's pretty much what all of them do, to some degree, is they reveal, and if it's a monster, you get their effect. Then we have Guardian Botan ni Cho, which is a Dark Warrior special summon tuner effect monster, level 6. I wonder if it's going to drop. It does drop all of them down to level 2. That's in the text right there. So let's see. If this card is special summon, draw one card and reveal it. If it's a Guardian monster, look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck and place them in either top or bottom of your opponent's deck in any order, otherwise send it to the graveyard. And if you use this card on the field as synchro material, you can make all the synchro materials for this level 2. That includes itself, for those who are wondering. Here comes a really interesting card. This is Quarantine. It's a continuous spell card, and once returned during either player's end phase, you can target one set or spell or trap your opponent controls, reveal it, and return it to its original position. Pretty much just gives you inside info. I don't really care for it. I don't think it's going to really do much, to be honest. Then we have some new Performer Pals. Well, one new Performer Pal. I'm not sure if that's a Performer Pal. Oh no, that's a Super Weight Heavy Samurai. I'm being an idiot. So Performer Pals, you're getting a giraffe. I'm a little bit jealous. I wish Pokemon would give us a giraffe Pokemon, but we have one. Scratch that. Earth Beast Pendulum effect, Pendulum Scale 5, level 1, 100 attack, 500 defense. Pendulum effect reads, when a monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can destroy this card, and if you do, special summon that destroyed monster in face-up attack position, but it cannot be destroyed by battle for the rest of the turn. It's interesting enough. When this card is normal summon or special summon, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. While this card is face-up on the field, it cannot attack and its effects are negated. And to be fair, I'm half asleep, so I'm not even sure if Pokemon gave us a giraffe Pokemon. I don't even know. I kind of hope they did. Super heavyweight samurai soul abattoir. It's an earth machine, level 1 with 0 attack and 0 defense. You can only use the third effect once returned. You target one super heavyweight samurai monster that you control. Equip this card from your hand to your side of the field to the monster. While equipped by this card effect, your opponent cannot attack monsters you control except the monster that's equipped with this, and you contribute the monster and the card and this card that is equipped to it to special summon Super Rare Heavy Samurai from your deck. That's interesting enough. There is another Performer Pal card, so I was technically right when I said there's 2 of them. Ha! This is Sea Eel. He's a Waterfish Pendulum of Scale 3. Level 1. 100 attack, 100 defense. Pendulum effect reads, once per turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of this turn. Monster effect reads, when this card is normal summon or special summon, you can target one set spell trap your opponent controls during this turn. It cannot be activated. Cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this card's activation. Interesting enough. Moving on, because we have tons of stuff. This is Target 1 Galaxy or Cypher monsters. This is Cypher Bit. Exceed monster you control. Attach this card as Exceed material. And if you do, that monster cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect once for the rest of this turn. I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly. I feel it could have been better. Here's Double Cypher. I guess it's more kind of like, oh, you're building on your Exceeds. If your opponent controls a monster with the highest attack on the field, target 1 Galaxy, Eyes, or Cypher, Exceed monster you control that has Exceed material, detach all Exceed material from it, and if you do, special summon 1 monster with the same name as a target from your extra deck. I'll let you guys figure that one out, because I'm still a little half asleep and I don't want to say anything stupid. Here comes Performer Pow, Owl Cover Hippo. Konami. What can I say? He's level 3, 800 attack and 800 defense, and when this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 Performer Pow monster from your hand, but its effects are negated into the end of the turn. Once per turn, you can change all monsters you control to defense. I really don't see this being played outside maybe making rank 3s, but even then, you probably have a few better options. There's a QQ, there's a beautiful ultimate picture of yesterday's Teller Knights reveal. That's just gorgeous. Here comes Fairy Blessing. We don't know exactly what it does just yet, but it's the contract for with the Abyss for light ritual monsters. So pretty much you can use this for any light ritual monster. Let's put it that way. If I remember right, that's the thing. Here's Summon Gate. Each player can only special summon up to 3 monsters from the extra deck per turn. That hits Quasar, and that hits him hard. Like, that really does. Here is 2 Metamorphos. I think I may have misspoken. No, okay, I spoke right. They're Metamorphos. So, rare Metamorphos. I know I say Metamorpho, like, you know, instead of foe. Well, you get what I mean. Bismagnia, it's a Fire Psychic Pendulum. That's this one over here. Scale of 8. Level 1 with 0 attack and 0 defense. Hello. Pendulum effect reads, once per turn you can target one other face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, set one of the Metamorphos spell or trap card from your deck. Spell or trap straight from your deck into your spell and trap zone. There we go. I haven't had my coffee. So, here we go with full Metal Foes Fusion. That's the proper way of saying Metal Foes. I call them Metamorphos because they're so tough. That's kind of the joke. Fusion summon 1 Metal Foes Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control or have in your hand as fusion materials. So just another fusion option for them. They're pretty much a pendulum fusion. It's interesting to say the least. Here's Greydell Combat. When a monster effect or spell trap is activated that targets exactly 1 Greydell monster you control, activate one of the following effects. That effect becomes destroy that target, negate the activation if you do, destroy it. That's kind of hilarious. They got their own version of like a little solemn. That's actually hilarious. Here's a new level 6 synchro. It's a synchro. It's wholly a synchro. It's fucking white. Level 6 fusion Metal Foes Mithril. It's a Fire Psychic Fusion, level 6, 2600 attack, and 1000 defense, 1 Metal Foes monster, and 1 Pendulum monster. You can only use the first effect once per turn. You can target 2 Metal Fosis cards in your graveyard, and 1 card on the field. Shuffle those targets in the graveyard into your deck, and if you do, return that target to the field, from the field to the hand. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Metal Foes Pendulum monster from either graveyard or that is face up in your extra deck. My god, I can't even speak right this morning. I want to slap myself. Oh, damn it. Anyways, moving on. Fairy Tale Talia. It's a light spellcaster, 1850, 1000 defense. You can only use the second effect of Fairy Tale Talia once per turn. Flip. You can special summon 1 monster from your hand. Second effect. When your opponent activates a normal spell or trap card, you attribute 1 other monster you control. The effect of that card becomes change 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. So that's a little interesting and whatnot, but then we have the Futher, the True Drago Ruler, which is this giant worm thing. It's an actual worm, so I'm not quite sure if Ying Zing could actually splash it in to summon it. Not that you really would want to, but it's a worm. You can only use the effect once per turn. If this card is in your hand, you can destroy 2 monsters in your hand or that are face up on your field, and or including a water monster. And if you do, special summon this card. And if you destroy 2 water monsters this way, you can banish 2 spell or trap cards your opponent controls or in their graveyard. If this card is destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon 1 non-water worm type monster from your deck in defense position. It's a giant 3000 body that's level 9 and 1800 defense. 1800 offense, sorry. Half asleep still. Here we go with Genesis Tellarknight. This is pretty much their fucking heavy storm. Fuck you, Konami. I just had to say that. Destroy a number of spell or trap cards on the field equal to the number of other Tellarknight cards you control. I think it's hilarious in all honesty, but I do think it would probably see some sort of play. Here is a gorgeous new ritual monster. I do have to be honest. Just take a minute to take that in. That is goddamn gorgeous. I'm probably gonna butcher the name. It's Saurus, the Crowned Ancient Sage. It's a light dragon ritual effect monster, level 7, 2600 attack, and 2800 defense. I just want to play it because it looks great. Someone is fucking texting me and they're going to be in a shit ton of fucking bull when I'm done. You can ritual this card with Fairy's Blessing. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a monster you control, you can discard this card and negate that activation. If your opponent would special summon a monster or monsters, you return this card on the field to your hand and negate that special summon, and if you do, banish it. It's interesting enough. It's hard to say, like, most people will probably be like, oh, I would never run that. Well, if you run it in Saphira, because Saphira can recycle white monsters back to the hand, and you could constantly, like, bring back a blue eye, so that way you have, you know, the material for it, and there is that new ritual spell card that you can pretty much use on any light monster. Get a little bit creative, and you can make a great deck that would be really interesting with it. Here's another picture of the new Aromage Synchro. So there's that. Fuck this game. Enough said. But I'd like to say thank you to Italian Yugioh for posting all this. You should check them out on Facebook. And if you guys need that, hookup on YGO Pro, you know where to go. It's called Facebook. And I will see you guys later on the next video, which will be coming out tonight, which is Let's Build It for the Felgrand deck. So I'll see you then. Thanks.